just tell us a little bit
Okay.
about, yeah.
So, well, I'm Dr. Ada, but I like being called Ada.
Mm.
I'm a medical doctor. I'm a wellness coach, um, but with a lot of emphasis on stress management and basically wholeness kind of living. I'm
Mhm.
based in Accra, Ghana, but I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. But if you want to ever find me, it has to be Ghana for now. For now, I
Is that
enjoy having. Did you hear me?
yes, very well.
Yes. But I enjoy having talks like this. I enjoy talking. I think that's one of my latest hobby. So
Mm.
I'm always here to talk.
It's obvious because the last time we had a conversation, you were on my head that I must deliver in this life.
Funny thing is I'm actually an introvert.
Wow.
I'm actually an introvert. For like the first years of my life, I can count how many friends I've had.
Mm.
And I'm the kind of person that if I tell you we'll meet, let's say we'll meet next week, just know in my mind that next week I've already planned not to meet. So so actually, naturally, I'm an introvert. I don't like social gatherings. I
Mm.
don't. I run away from people. But recently, it's been changing.
That's the power of purpose, I suppose.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I wrote something. Passion changes your personality.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I see. Okay. So today, Dr. Da is going to be telling us her top three stress management strategies. And before that, as we all well know, this is part of this pre-summit. That's the summit that is coming up in it's about 2 weeks now, on the 25th and 26th of
Mhm.
April. Stress Management Summit, where experts are going to be sharing about parenting, work, marriage, every kind of stress that you can think about in this world. So people are coming to help you cope with this stress. And as part of the Stress Awareness Month, we have Dr. Ada here, who is an expert in her field, who is going to be teaching us her top three stress management strategies. I can't wait to learn from her. Over to you
So we're
now.
doing we're doing three, right?
Yes. I know you have
Okay.
several. Just give us three.
Ah, okay. Let me see. My first one is I'm very intentional about how I start my day.
Mm.
I think that's like my first word. I'm so intentional. And I feel like that's how to set your pace. Like you should be the one to decide how your day is going to be. So I try not to allow anybody start my day for me. So I'm very intentional about how I start my day. One of the things I say is I don't pick up my phone. Sometimes I do, but on the days that I'm doing intentionality and I'm very focused on how I want my day to be, I don't pick
Mm.
my phone. I
Mm.
just think because you never know what you get on your phone that starts your day. You have
Yeah.
to bring yourself into a reading
Hmm.
so that whatever comes into the day, you had already set yourself at a balance for it. So I'm very intentional about how I start my day. Most times I will start my day with meditation. I'll start my day with quietness. I try to wake up before my toddler because if he starts my day for me, that's just chaos. So I think that's my first,
Yeah.
first, first, first. I'm so intentional about how I start my day. I will jump to the third, which is just being intentional about how I end my day.
Hmm.
Hmm. This one, it is both stress relieving, it is healing, it is everything. Because one of the things I try to do is I try to run through my day. And
Okay.
during the day, a lot of things happen. And if you don't dissect it, it might
Mm.
not come up the next day, but it will come up later. So I'm looking at the interactions I've had that day. I'm looking at what I have achieved that day. Of course, giving myself thumbs up. I'm
Mm.
looking at the things that I probably didn't achieve, what other people would call failure,
Mm.
and I just reassess it and redefine it and all that. I'm also looking about my interaction. I'm looking at my interactions because people say things or I say things that just go over. But when you sit down, like, oh, maybe you got a criticism from work or something, um, I actually enter into that and how did it make me feel? How did I react? Am I
Mm.
really over this thing? Do I need to talk to somebody about it? And
Mm-hmm.
Well, because of my faith, it's easy for me to just say that honestly, I just pray. But my prayers at the end of the day is not the, stand up prayer. It's sort of a communication discussion prayer, like how I would talk to a friend. This
Okay.
happened. I feel really bad about this. I didn't achieve this. And, so most times it's so important. I really try to be intentional about how I end my day.
Mm.
So that's the first and the third. But then the second one is I know the people that fuel me, I know the people that drain me. During the
Wow.
day, I'm always trying to keep a balance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I try to keep, I'm so conscious of my space, I'm so conscious of my atmosphere. And even if because of work, you cannot always decide who comes into your space, but you can
Mm-hmm.
always easily since you're already intentional about it, you can easily get someone to eliminate the effect of something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain. So let's imagine that I have this let's say annoying relative who just naturally call and just bring you down and all. I will not stop that call depending on the bond and the closeness we have or my responsibilities. But then I know that who can I call in between my day to get replenished.
Mm-hmm.
So if you tell me my three tips, I'll just say first, intentionality about how I start my day. Secondly, knowing like just intentionally living the day throughout, knowing when to ask for help, knowing who to ask for help, knowing how to just refill and recharge myself. And then the third one is being intentional about how I end my day. So it's
Wow.
it's something I'm always just juggling.
So there's a lot of intentionality here, a
Yes,
lot of
exactly.
self-awareness here.
Exactly. Because if you are not intentional, and I think that's the importance of this summit, if
Mm-hmm.
you just allow things go over, you think some things are normal. And
Yeah.
then at the end, when you're even asking for help, you've stacked up years and years and years and moments of stress, of
Yeah.
issues. But when you're intentional, it's like how you know you want to lose weight. You're intentionally going to go to the gym, you're going to check your appetite, you're going to check your food and all that. I
Mm-hmm.
think it's just the intentionality. And really, it makes sense
Yes.
that
Yeah.
that's the word that comes up more
Mm-hmm.
often.
Mm. It also relates to the things I do. And I find
Mm.
them really, really, really helpful because if you're not self-aware, you realize just like you said, you just be stacking things. Maybe one day you just explode and people are wondering, what's wrong with this person? But
Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly.
but when you're intentional like that, you're able to recognize, especially the one you said about what happens at the end of your day, you're able to recognize any
Mm.
changes to your mood, to your emotions, to your feelings, to your thoughts, and catch it
Exactly.
immediately and address it as quickly as they are happening without waiting for them
Straight
to
up.
linger.
Exact
Then
and
you struggle
exactly.
to
And
communicate
that's
it.
one of the ways of pushing from this burnout people are having. I
Mm,
used to tell people that it's easy for you to blame your workplace,
mm-hmm,
but sometimes workplace just amplifies what is going on already.
mm, mm,
Because most people that you deal with are having burnout. Check their social history, check family issues, check their childhood.
mm-hmm.
Literally, it was like you were just a ticking time bomb, and then it just pushed you to a high pressure work. And then because you could have two people in the same, I'm not saying that work is a really great factor, but I'm
Yeah.
saying that when you look deeper, this is
Mm-hmm.
somebody who naturally maybe you might have issues outside work, and work just amplifies or triggers
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Some people have personal home issues, parenting,
Mm-hmm.
or parenting, and
Mm-hmm.
then work is just, I don't know, just goes to push the
Yeah.
button.
I think it boils down to our resilience. Our resilience in the sense that there are things that will make somebody to be able to withstand pressure more than the other person.
Mm-hmm.
Even something
Mm-hmm.
as even like health challenges. For instance, somebody that has a broken leg. you won't be able to do heavy liftings compared to somebody that already have a
Exactly.
solid, no injuries or something like that. It's the same thing with our own mental health.
Exactly.
So if you're already starting your day
Exactly.
with lots of baggages, already defeated from work, from life
Uh-huh.
pressures and all
Uh-huh.
of that, imagine how you're coming to fix
Exactly.
work. You get. So what
Exactly.
you
And then you
shared,
now have one inconsiderate person blowing, like just blowing heat on you everywhere at work. You will burn out faster than somebody who is in Zen
I'm
mode
telling you, yeah.
at the time.
It's true. It's true. And another important thing you mentioned
Mm,
with regards to being intentional, how you start your day, how you end your day. This burnout thing, you can even catch it earlier, before it gets to late stage where you're just unable to
exactly.
do anything. For instance,
Exactly.
some days ago, while I was planning the summit, some days ago, I had so many things to do that particular day, and I didn't sleep well. I already knew that,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this is a stress, isn't it? That if you continue on this path, it won't be long
Exactly.
before you lose interest in everything and just give up on everything and
Ex-
burnout sets in.
exactly.
So I knew
Exactly.
that number one thing is that I needed to fix my sleep. And after I
Exactly.
got
Exactly.
that quality sleep, I was refreshed to work again.
To
You know,
reset.
yeah.
But then
So,
imagine if you didn't even sit down to even take account. You
uh
just continue your drive. Oh, I'm motivated. And one day, like,
yes,
where's all your motivation?
I need to
Exactly.
get this done. Hmm. Fire
Oh,
for fire.
oh, it's so intentional. In fact, there was a time that my intentionality was even becoming a bit harmful because I wake up earlier than everyone and I'll sleep
Ah,
later than everyone.
okay.
Because I just need to know that nobody opened my day for me, nobody closed my day
End
for
your
me.
day for you.
Exactly. But although motherhood makes it hard,
Yeah, it
but
makes
now
it
I'm
it's
trying to exactly because you could think you've ended your day, then somebody will wake up around 12 midnight. Oh, I want to wee wee. Oh, I want to drink water.
that's true.
All that. Yeah. But now, but there's still some intentionality even in motherhood. There's still
Mm-hmm.
some intentionality even in motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
There's still some intentionality even in motherhood.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this enlightening time. You know,
You're
you,
welcome.
you just gave us this is the core. This is it. So
Oh,
every other thing
thank
can now
you.
spring forth from them. You get.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
anybody could fix their number two.
Exactly. So long
Yeah.
as
So if
you've
your
got
number
that
two
inner
is if your number
harmony.
two is you're going for karaoke every day, if your number two is that you're calling someone to gist and
Exactly.
gossip, if your number two is you're going for exercise, no problem. But your
You
number
get
one and number three should just be start your day, end your day.
well. Hmm, this is actually a lesson for me too. Thank you so much, Dr. Ada. I really
Oh,
appreciate
you're
your
welcome.
time.
It's
I
an
really
honor.
appreciate your time. Yeah. And
Oh,
for those watching, if you've not registered for the summit, or yeah, is your case, so register now. Oh, there's
I'm
no
telling
time
you,
again.
I'm
If you miss it
telling
now,
you,
you may forget. So just register now so that you start getting help in managing all your stress
exactly.
to the journey of being wholesome. Okay. Thank
Yeah,
you so much
yeah.
and have a lovely
Oh,
day.
you're always welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
You too.
Bye.